This Terraria mod would be exactly what a Terraria DLC would look like. With tons of new bosses in areas where there isn't any, and a whole new class to play, you might have to download this mod the next time you play the game. Let's check it out. So we are checking out what I would consider would be a Terraria DLC if the developers were to add one. And that is the Vitality mod. The Vitality mod isn't like a super complicated mod or super insanely high quality mod, say like Starlight River or something like that. But it stays to the true principles of Terraria in terms of looks, in terms of style, and I respect that. As we can see, there is a decent bit of items, weapons, and of course enemies and bosses. We go ahead and switch to it here. You can see there's also a good bit, but let's hop to it. Who is that? Let's hop to it and let's check out the bosses. We are in master mode, but we're also in journeys mode. I know sometimes being in journeys mode can mess up health bars. I don't know though. But the first boss we have, it is post Eye Cthulhu, the Storm Cloud. And low-key, the sky biome slash space biome is one of those areas that could use a Terraria boss, like a full-on dedicated boss fight. Let's bring in the Storm Cloud though. Simple idea. I've seen this idea from mods before. I think Polarities has a Storm Cloud, or it has a Storm Fish, but I can easily get down with a storm themed slash cloud themed boss. And as we can see, my boy got lightning, he's got tornadoes, he's got the rain, all the attacks that you would expect from a Storm Cloud. Again, this is the master mode fight, so we should be seeing its full potential out here. I like that lightning strike. Now let's do a little damage. Hold on, I should probably switch to terrain just because I accidentally kill a boss with that. And as we can see, we get him down a little bit more. My boy enters phase 2, where he's now an angry ass Storm Cloud. What new attacks does he have? Okay, his lightning is a little bit more quicker when it strikes. He's got different little tornadoes that are coming out that also got lightning on them. And he shoots out his rain a little bit quicker. But a nice and could be a tough fight for an early game, and I respect that. But I think we've seen everything from our little Storm Cloud here. The next boss is another area where Terraria could use another boss, and that's the desert. So low-key, this might be the Terraria DLC. Adding in bosses in areas where we need them. But you see this little sandcastle? We go ahead and break this. And look at that. We got the Grand Antlion. I guess the Grand Antlion or Antlion bosses are my favorite to see for desert boss expansions, because it makes the most sense, obviously. So why not add it in? I still would like to see more themes though, because I feel like there's like 5 or 6 Antlion bosses from Terraria mods. But yeah, as we can see, its attacks, what an Antlion would do: burrow underground, come back up, hit us with some projectiles. It's also spawning in a bunch of Antlions, both ground ones and air ones, so you're gonna need a fairly decent and versatile arena, couple platforms, at least like 3 layers. But let's see some more. I know you got some more in you. Oh, okay, my boy got a lot of different projectiles. You got small ones, big ones, medium ones. I'm expecting like a sand tornado. I don't know, that's like something I'm accustomed to seeing from Terraria sand bosses. But he gets a little bit quicker, a lot quicker actually, when you get him later here. And it seems like that's all his attacks. It's just a lot of projectiles. A lot of like sand projectiles he's shooting out. But I think we have seen everything. Rest in peace, Grand Antlion. The next boss is post Queen Bee, and it is a cave boss. Again, another area where Terraria can use a boss. Either the caves or the biomes in the cave. Like, come on, we got a glowing mushroom biome that doesn't have much to it. Spider biome. We got marble, granite, even the new like neon colored grass areas, shimmer, whatever. Could use a little something. We got the gemstone elemental. Now in terms of creativity, I don't know if I messed with this one. It looks a little boring, I'm not gonna lie. It's a little bit lackluster when it comes to looks, but let's see its attacks. Maybe it makes up for that. We got all colored gems attacks coming out. It seems like depending on the color gem, it's using a different type of projectile shoots out, which I can get behind. The diamond one bounces. The ruby one is like a, or my bad, it's the sapphire one. The ruby one's like a shotgun blast, and the purple one is just like a straight line one, or the amethyst one's like a straight line. And then he's got a little dash he does after. Okay, show me what else you got though. Do you switch to like other colored gems or what? Oh, it does. Okay, so not bad. What does the green one do? The green one's a little lob shot. Okay, and then we got a spread shot from the diamond, and the topaz one also kind of just bounces around like the other one. Is that all though? Is that all? Is that everything we have seen? Oh, there you go. It brings out all 6. So now it cycles through all 6 attacks. Okay, I can respect the creativity and variety on the attacks. I like the idea that it's actually using the gems. But still, in terms of looks, I just don't mess with it. I feel like a lot of cave bosses usually are kind of like that too. It goes with like antlines. The thing is, I let antline slide because at least all the different Terraria antline bosses look different, even though it's the same idea. I feel like I've seen too many like gem elemental cave bosses for mods. Now the next boss I believe is post Skeletron, and it is the Moonlight Dragonfly. You fight it near the ocean at night. Come on in, Moonlight Dragonfly. Okay, this one looks a little bit nasty, I'm not gonna lie. He looks a little bit stiff. I mean, he does look like a dragonfly though. Dragonflies are I don't know, are they stiff? I guess I haven't really paid attention to a dragonfly and how stiff it is. I know they're very jittery though. That is one thing I do know. The attack is low-key kind of cool. That giant like spread out projectile attack is kind of sick. He is jittery. Okay, they kind of got the jittery dragonfly movements down. The way it's kind of just like moving in place a little bit and stopping immediately. It's got a little dash attack similar to like what the Queen Bee has, but instead of multiple, it's just one. And then it's got that little dash and projectile combo. I mess with the variety of attacks. So far, the bosses got decent variety when it comes to attacks. Honestly, might be more than most vanilla Terraria bosses. But that's what a Terraria DLC is for, to expand, improve on the areas that the base game doesn't have, right? That's usually what DLCs do. That attack is my favorite one. The giant spread out projectile attack is sick. Let us finish this boss off though. I feel like we've seen it all. Probably just speeds up a little bit as the fight goes on. But that was the Moonlight Dragonfly. Next boss is a hell boss, I believe, and it's after the Queen Slime. That is the Dreadnought. Now, as you can see, it's got 53,000 health. This was the Journeys mode glitch I was talking about, where if you're on Journeys mode and then put in a Master mode, like something happens with the health bars. I don't know why. I've noticed it with a couple of mods, but there's no way that this boss is supposed to have 53k health. Let's see what the Queen Slime has. She has 36k. Okay, maybe. I don't know. Maybe. But let's bring in the Dreadnought. Damn, that boy's jaw's unhinged. But in terms of looks, I don't hate it. It looks a little bit out of place. I will say some of the sprites are a little bit here and there, but some of them are perfectly fine and fit Terraria. But I like this dude's attacks. He's got the little like sonic scream he does where he brings in the dreadlings. He's got the little fireballs that he's shooting out now, and they kind of curve a little bit. And he does that dash like flamethrower attacks, kind of sick. Yo, this boy's got attacks. I'm messing with him. And then he did that one attack where he like unhinges his jaw and just starts biting at us. Oh, here we go. Here it is right here. Does he have a phase 2 or any other attacks? I don't know. He's got like 6. So I really wouldn't be upset if there wasn't a phase 2 or anything. Hold up. There might be. Oh yeah, he's like a little bit darker, a little bit brighter. I don't know. He's like in an overheated mode. I noticed when he does that scream, you do get slowed. So it really isn't just a visual scream. It actually does give you a debuff. But yeah, he just heats up a little bit, goes a little bit faster. I can respect this boss. We get a little hard mode hell boss. I can't hate it because, you know, hell really has nothing to do in it, especially in hard mode. You fight the wall of flesh and that's about it. That's really all I do in hell. Maybe I come down here and mine adamantite if it's down here, titanium. But other than that, I don't see myself visiting hell too often, especially in hard mode. The next 2 bosses are around that mech area. So if you want to spread it out a little bit and not just fight mechs, then you can fight these bosses. The first one being the Anarul Beetle, or the Anarul Beetle. I don't know. I'm assuming they mean like Hercules. We got a giant beetle. I thought the jungle would be the best place to fight it, but I don't think you have to fight it here. I have no idea actually. What you got for us? He's got the little shotgun spread projectiles. Ooh, he spawned in a bunch of little tiny beetles. I don't like that his projectile, that attack right here, this one, I don't like the noise. It's like a sort of like a robot noise or like a type of gun you'd hear from like the mech bosses, you know what I mean? I feel like it should make a more natural sound. Yeah, he's got a bunch of projectiles. He summons in the little beetles, and then he's got that attack, which is also something I feel like I would see from mech bosses. So maybe this dude's like a mech inside? I don't know. A mech camouflaged as a giant bug. Who knows? Hold up, phase 2? Oh shit. My boy dashing, and he's got a couple more projectile attacks. He's heating it up a little bit, bringing out a little bit more for us. I can respect this boss fight though. This seems like a cool boss fight, a little change of pace from fighting the mech bosses. And I guess the theme is a little bit different too. You're fighting a giant bug. I always say that giant Terraria bugs always fit as a boss fight. I don't know, there's just something about giant bugs in Terraria that it just makes sense. You know what I'm saying? Yo, I like how he glows when he's in the floor. You see that? It's kind of sick. All right, the next boss you got to fight in the Crimson and or Corruption, and guess what? It's another giant bug, Mosquito Monarch. I believe this is a newer boss, and it looked really cool. It's a giant mosquito. I like the animation. You see how it kind of like wiggles around a little bit, or kind of like bobs back and forth? It's kind of a nice little detail. I'm messing with that. The noises it's making when it shoots its projectiles, way better. Fits way more than the beetle, who was making those mechanical ass noises when it shot stuff. Laser type noises. It's shooting out little ichor spreads. It's got the little, like, I don't know, what is that? Needle is shooting at us. And it's dashing a bunch, trying to stab us with his long ass nose, whatever those are called on mosquitoes. Proboscis. And then it shoots out a bunch of tinier mosquitoes. I mess with the boss. Come on, bro. Giant bug theme. I'm telling you, you can't go wrong with the giant bugs. They just fit too well into this game. But do we have any other attacks? Oh, here we go. Enters this little phase 2. Where it speeds up like crazy. God damn, that thing dashes like 7 times. That might be tough to dodge. But what other new attacks? It's got a little circular like spread of stingers it shoots. There you go, that's the word I'm looking for. Stingers? Do mosquitoes have stingers? I don't think so. So this is definitely a different type of mosquito. Damn, he shot like 3 of them. The music's been bumping from this mod. So shout out whoever made the music, and hopefully it's not copyrighted. I always bring up the copyrighted thing with music because I just checked out a mod recently on stream, and like the whole like second half of the boss fight had copyrighted music. So I don't even think I could highlight that stream, even though it was a really good boss. But yeah, we've seen enough. Let's get its ass out of here. See you later, Mosquito. Definitely my favorite looking boss, and probably my favorite boss fight so far. The next boss is the Chaosbringer. It is fought at night in the Hollow. The Hollow has got too many bosses. Ever since 1.4 came out, too many bosses in the Hollow. But yeah, Chaosbringer, let's bring it in. What you got for us? Looks kind of alien, like, I don't know. Kind of scary looking. I like how his arms wave around, and I like how the eyeball low-key looks at me the whole time. Kind of sick. Or I don't even know what the hell I'm looking at other than the eyeball. Like, what is this thing? This looks like a monster you'd seen like Fallout. But yeah, its arms shoot these little projectiles at us, little rainbow themed projectiles, because we're in the Hollow. And then he's got a couple more lasers. What else you got for us in terms of attacks though? Show me some crazy stuff. The music again is bumping, but this boss fight, I wouldn't say the boss fight is bumping. You gotta have more than 3 attacks. Come on, all the other bosses in this mod had like 6 attacks. Show me something crazy. Wait. There we go. It changed it up right when I was about to say I don't think it's got it in it. It's showing off a couple of new attacks here and there, or just a little bit sped up previous attacks. But other than that, bro, the Chaosbringer is not really bringing chaos. Not a great name for the boss. The last boss from this mod is the Paladin Spirit, which, as you can see, damn, it's fought pretty late in the game. Post Duke Fishron, pre Moonlord. It has almost 100k health. God damn. Let's bring in the Paladin Spirit. I guess, yeah, we could use another dungeon boss, especially late in the game. I think my favorite dungeon boss I've seen, maybe like Poltergeist, honestly. I like the idea of Poltergeist. I was like a scarier Plantera. Literally spooky Plantera. But yeah, in terms of attacks, summoning minions, little projectiles, and of course the Paladin hammers has got to shoot out. He's pretty fast too, I'm not gonna lie. He does like a little dash here and there. And there's a lot of bosses kind of have like this shotgun attack. What is that? Healing Soul. Hold up, my boy heals? Nah, I don't know about that. That's too strong of an attack. Any Terraria boss that just be healing in the middle of the fight, that's like in Pokemon when you're about to beat like a gym leader and then they just pop a hyper potion. That shit be making me mad as hell, I'm not gonna lie. Yeah, this is a pretty like fast-paced boss fight. Doesn't seem like anything too crazy for how late in the game you fight it, but in terms of Terraria standards, like vanilla Terraria standards, yeah, it's not bad. Especially having damn near almost 100,000 health. And it heals too. It could be a tough fight, honestly, especially in Master Mode. Hold up, my boy got a couple new attacks he's showing right at the end. Spawning a little portal, Doctor Strange portals that shoot projectiles. I mess with that. A little bit rarer attack that pops out, but still got a couple more attacks hidden in its sleeve. But I think we've seen it all. It's time to kill the Paladin Spirit. See you later. All right, I guess now let's just sort of breeze through some of the items from the mod. It actually has like this new summoner stuff right here called boons, which they use sentry slots. and they give you little buffs, as you can see. So as we can see, there is a good bit of them. Also, this mod does add in a new class. I don't know how I feel about the class. I haven't really touched it or gone in detail with it, but it's called the Blood Hunter class. As we can see, it's got all the armor, all the goodies, even the hold up, there's a mosquito set. I gotta put the mosquito set on. Yeah, now this is an armor. So hold up, the set bonus gives you wings? That's kind of sick. I'll mess with that. That's pretty cool. +1 to the Blood Hunter set or Blood Hunter class. Yeah, there's even accessories and stuff for it, so you could do a whole playthrough with it. In terms of weaponry though, for the Blood Hunter stuff, what do we got? It does malevolent damage. What type of weapons do we have? Is it like maybe a hybrid of like the throwing class? You know how like Terraria mods like to make their own throwing class now that it doesn't exist? For example, Calamity's Rogue and just Thorium's straight up thrower class. Uses 3 bloodless sticks to throw 3 high damage daggers. We do have a blood bar next to us. I have no idea what the blood bar does, but it seems like maybe this is just a combination of a bunch of classes. It's got whips. It's got whatever the hell this is, spears. It's even got a gun. How do you shoot this gun? What do I need for this? Uses empty vials. What the hell is empty vials? This? What does this thing do? It just shoots empty vials. I guess getting hit by a vial at high speed would hurt. Oh, look at that. I got blood from it too. So maybe that's a little bit more than just a weapon. But what about the regular weapons here? Damn, there's actually a lot of the Blood Hunter weapons. What about the regular weapons? What is this? Flag of Justice. Summons an eagle to fight for you. Hell yeah. American flag accessory. Yeah, and look at that. You actually carry it around with you. Now that's America right there. Probably would have been better instead of an eagle, spawn like a gun or something. What else though in terms of just regular weapons? Ooh, hold up. Jetpack Joyride. Put this thing on and get the music playing. It actually shoots too. That's pretty sick. This mod, as we can see, has some pretty decent accessories. I think some of the expert mode accessories are actually like kind of crazy from what I remember. But what other goodies are there from the mod? How are some of the weapons? Let's see. Blood Harvester. Okay, this is a thing that shoots out the mosquitoes. So pretty much the same attack that boss was doing. What is this? Groan tube? This might be the best Terraria mod ever made. But yeah, let's grab a couple weapons and let's see. We got a magical homing grenade. Pretty good. You do get that at like the end of the game, so I hope it's good. Damn, is this like a quadruple paladin hammer? Not bad, not bad. I think some of the weapons are a little bit on the basic side though. This is cool. I mean, it looks like any Terraria sword, but like some of them, they're just like weapons that shoot straight projectiles. No like crazy attack or anything. So maybe that's something they could work on in the future, because I feel like there's no point in having a bunch of weapons if all those weapons are not all unique, you know? I'd rather have less weapons that are super unique than a bunch that are very basic. Hey, look at this. It's kind of sick. I got a gun over my head. And it follows my cursor. How do I shoot it? It says it will fire alongside my range weapons. See, now this is unique. More stuff like this. This is actually a cool idea. This feels like something a JoJo character would have. Here we go. We get into a little bit more of some of the other weapons. I believe the summons from this mod were not bad from when I used them. I actually had this mod in a very big mod pack recently, and I actually did enjoy the content from it. I did use a handful of the weapons, and the ones I did use were not terrible from what I remember. A little bit on the basic side, like I said, but they fit into a Terraria playthrough, especially if you do like a mod pack, a big mod pack playthrough. We got a book that shoots hammers. At least it's unique, right? And then I guess we could breeze through some of the regular / lower tier enemies if we want to. Again, the sprites, I don't hate the sprites from the mod. Some of them are a little bit weird here and there, like they stand out and look a little bit different. Some of them are a little bit lazy, like this is like, come on bro, you can make your own golem sprite. Just look up like a golem on Google and then try and sprite whatever comes up first. We got a giant eye spring. What the heck? It's kind of scary. How come he's not moving? Whoa, there's a couple of interesting ones in there. But yeah, like I said at the beginning of the video, this mod is pretty much what would happen if Terraria dropped a DLC. What would the price be for this DLC though? I don't know. Terraria is pretty fair on its price, right? It's only $10 and on sale it's only like $5 to $4, maybe even less. So this would probably be like $5 to maybe $10 DLC. Depends how much content is in it, and it's a pretty decent amount of content, enough to extend a playthrough a good couple of hours. So I could see it being maybe like a $7.99, $8.99 if they really want to push it. But shout out everyone that worked on the Vitality mod. It's pretty decent. Again, my only gripes were some of the sprites are a little bit some of the weapons are not as unique. That's really it in terms of complaints. Everything else is pretty sick and fits in well when it comes to, you know, being just vanilla Terraria with this mod. It reminds me of like maybe like a lesser thorium or lesser spirit mod, but still good nonetheless. Make sure y'all leave a like, subscribe, and turn on the notification bell so you don't miss future videos. Also, make sure to follow my Twitch and follow my second channel where I post my Twitch streams. There's Game Raiders Live if you guys want to know the channel. But I will be seeing y'all in the next video. Have a good one.